Disclaimer, my readings are not for the faint of heart. Must have thick skin.
Okay, so fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Your overall energy for the weekend is the Eight of Cups. So you might find yourself walking away from something because it's just not in alignment with, where you're going in life anymore. So you're having to give it up or walk away from it. You also have the Seven of Wands, the Hanged Man. Then you have the Four of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Magician, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. All right, so maybe you had been trying to put things into perspective. It's possible that maybe your situation had been on hold, or you felt like, you were feeling like stuck in between two places, or wondering, why certain things hadn't been happening for you, or certain things hadn't changed. Maybe you felt stuck in a relationship or in a job, and whatever has been going on in life, maybe you just kind of felt like you've been straddling the fence. But I kind of feel like from the spiritual standpoint is that all of that has, you being on hold or you having to be in time out is so that something could develop within, like you're being enlightened. If you were to be released from the situation too soon, you may not have made it, so this is a time, or has been a time, for you to kind of like strengthen your soul, or strengthen your emotional well-being, or maybe you also needed to be spiritually equipped. So it seems like, now that you've observed things from different angles, something has happened where you feel like, okay, I see what's happening, I understand, this is my stand on it, or this is what I've decided to do. And so in a sense, it is kind of like you're taking your power back. But in order to take your power back, it means that you have to give something up or walk away from something, which is another thing that was happening. A lot of times you are in this situation because you need to make a sacrifice. You're like, what do I need to sacrifice so that I can have this, or so that I can move forward, or whatever it is. And so it comes to you what you need to do, and I feel like you're doing it. Maybe you realize that you're no longer happy in a relationship, or you're no longer happy at your job. You're no longer happy living in the place that you're living in. So you're kind of ready to let go, and it's difficult, but you're in search of something more. And because you've decided to walk away or to let go, this is you reaching some sort of milestone. So even though something feels sad, it's like cause for celebration. It's like, okay, like I'm free now. I'm not attached. I'm ready for the next chapter in my life. So whatever's going on is still showing that it's cause for celebration because you're ready. You've graduated in a sense. And it kind of continues with you releasing and letting go, and then reflecting and looking at how far you've come, and maybe realizing that you're not the same person that you were 10 years ago, 10 months ago. And so, yeah, something has changed you. And I feel like you're also being freed from something, like your ego has been freed of something. Definitely have shedded old skin. And it's just time for you to, rise like the phoenix. And I feel that you will. There could be something going on with the living situation where you are realizing that you need to get out of your living situation. Or maybe you need to get out of your neighborhood. Maybe you don't want to live a certain way anymore. You're just like, I don't want to live like this anymore. So you're leaving. You're putting the past behind you. And you're aware too that maybe something isn't going to be easy. Now, I feel that because you're walking away from something, now it's forcing you to be creative, or to utilize resources that you already have. Maybe you had to walk away from a job and you're like, man, I had to give that up. But now at least I'm here and I can do this. And so now you're trying to find creative ways to replace what you lost or to start over. You also might find yourself taking on a new identity. Maybe you're like having to put on some sort of alter ego so that you can accomplish something now or go in a different direction. And there definitely could be something going on where you're changing your status or changing your name or dropping something. You're like, I'm going to drop this. So in business or career, you definitely could be coming up with like some sort of new ideas. It seems too like you're having to be clever. Now, in a love situation, you might be releasing people that, you just don't connect to, or someone that you don't connect to anymore. Maybe it's been feeling empty, or you've been feeling empty inside. And it seems like you have clarity after you release yourself from a situation. Now, it also could be that someone comes into your life that helps you realize what you need to let go of. So if you are a serial monogamous, it's possible that you end up detaching from one relationship and stepping right into another one. Maybe moving towards either an air sign or a water sign. If this is having to do with creativity, it seems like you are playing around with different ideas. If you're a performer, you could be auditioning for something, or maybe you're getting the role of a certain character, or you're playing a role of a character. In fact, something does seem like role playing. It could be sexual in nature, but I feel like this is more so in regards to life. It's like, okay, I'm no longer this person anymore. I'm going to take on this identity. This is the template I'm going to use going forward. So this also could be a form of manifestation, or like how you manifest. So even if you let go of someone or moved on from a situation, it still kind of feels like maybe this person's trying to communicate or talk to you in, unique or clever ways. this person might trick you into interacting with them or communicating with them, especially if you're active on social media. It's like, oh, okay, well, I don't use that profile anymore. I just become this person, and you know, I'll interact with them this way. Or maybe someone had already been following you from a fake profile, and now they're using that profile to interact with you. I feel like you're also being told to just like trust your intuition when it comes to making some sort of decisions. I feel like you're also trying to make peace with the situation. Career-wise, you could be breaking ground or like starting a new business, whether it's a physical place or digital, but it could be you starting a new business. Also in career, this could indicate you being released from a company, but maybe because you felt secure enough to do so. If somebody had been holding your money back, I feel like you're going to receive it. There was a hold on your money, but I feel like it's being released. And that's going to allow you to take care of something or to free yourself from another situation, but it's like you needed your money. In a love situation, you may have left someone because they were choosing to stay in a relationship, and maybe you were hoping that they would leave that person. So it's possible that you decide to just let that person go. Now, it also could be that someone is coming forward or someone is pursuing you because they're no longer in a relationship, or they're free now. They have freedom to approach you. If you are looking for a home, you're home shopping, there is a possibility that you could become house poor, because it's like you just had to have that particular home, but it took all of your money to purchase it. And maybe you don't have any furniture. Maybe you're like, you're just kind of like, I'll figure it out later. For some of you, you could be celebrating your birthday, or you're going to a birthday celebration. Now, unfortunately, in a love situation, something looks like a fling or like a one-night stand. And it looks like you would be upset about it. It looks like you want it more. Or it could be reversed. Maybe all you wanted was a fling or a hookup, and they wanted more. Yeah, I feel like somebody is being ghosted after a sexual encounter. I feel like somebody is going through a breakup. You know that saying, they say the best way to get over somebody is to get under another person. I don't know. I kind of feel like somebody is playing by that rule. Now, I will also say be careful or cautious of any manipulative energies around you. Set boundaries. Don't let someone manipulate you or talk you into doing something that you really don't want to do. Again, trust your intuition. Yeah, I feel that you are dabbling into some other kind of creative ideas. You're like, maybe I could do this for money. Or I could do this job here and do this over here. Like something's going on where I feel like you're playing around with money making ideas. If you're looking for work, you definitely could be just saying anything, or basically creating some sort of character or alter ego when you apply for a job or when you go to the interview, just doing anything to get hired. It's like I'm just saying whatever I need to say. Something looks like you had to stand your ground in a workplace. Like you weren't backing down. You're like, no, like this is what I need, for me to do this job. And you're fighting for it. You also could potentially feel threatened if you feel like somebody else is trying to take your spot at work. So there could be some issues going on in a workplace. Also, in a love situation, you could be pursued by someone. Well, like I said that earlier, but it looks like you could be pursued by someone, but it's still like they're pursuing you in character. If you've been waiting to hear back from an air sign, I do feel like you're going to hear back from this person. I don't know that I would believe something that they're saying, though. Or like maybe this person is trying to deflect or not giving you direct answers about something. If someone from your past keeps showing up, I feel like you don't want to deal with them. Yeah, and again, you're being asked to trust your intuition about decisions that you're needing to make. I also feel that someone could be guiding you. So you have a spirit guide that's trying to communicate to you or give you messages through your dreams. Someone is also trying to connect to you telepathically, it feels. I also feel that somebody is trying to feel you out. You might become friends with someone who turns out to be really possessive of you, possessive of your friendship. Also be careful about the one night stand, because this person might not go away so easily. Girl or guy. And I'm also kind of thinking about a situation where like a woman who could be bi-curious, and she's just like, oh, I just want to do this, I want to try it out. I feel like that girl is not going to go away. She's going to be like, like, you don't just do that. You know, she's going to keep coming back. So be careful who you share your energy with. All right, so let's pull some energy cards. All right, so additional messages for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, you have strategy, the temple path, envy, overall energy, all tied up. All right, so you might be feeling like you're kind of stuck or in a bind and trying to figure out like, or strategize like how to get yourself out of this. Like I said, it seems like you could be playing around with a lot of ideas. And it seems like you're going to be released from this bind or break free from something. But it's like once you're free, you're just like, okay, now I need to figure this out. I need to figure out a way to do X, Y, Z. So maybe you're being released from your job, and you're trying to come up with new ways to either start your own business or to get another job, or maybe you just moved out of your home or got put out, and now you're just kind of like, okay, like let me figure out a creative way to find a place to stay. But everything too that's happening is part of your spiritual path. I feel like it's all leading up to some kind of enlightenment or a path for you. And I feel like if you find a new path for yourself, it's going to come like, you know, hate comes with the territory, or jealousy or envy comes with the territory. And so someone may be feeling a certain type of way about your life. It also could be that you know, become envious, especially if you feel stuck and you see other people around you doing things that you want to do. So it's possible that you could find yourself feeling envious But I kind of feel like something is happening in your life and people are looking and wondering, like, why is that happening, or how? More so how, because they're envious of the things that are happening in your life. They're wondering how you were able to figure something out, or how did you do something. Yeah. There could also be something in regards to neighbors, or I don't know. I don't know if you're getting new neighbors and you're suspicious of them, or your new neighbors, or you are, I'm sorry, it's reversed. Somebody is just like suspicious and wondering like who you are moving into their neighborhood. So if you're moving into a new neighborhood, you might have some weird neighbors being petty or envious for whatever reason. All right, so let's pull some energy cards for you. I mean, not energy, your love oracle. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So, in a love situation, I don't know, maybe that has something to do with that energy where someone is putting on some sort of an alter ego. Or maybe you are in a situation where you're like doing new things to get to meet people, and you're just kind of like faking it as you make it. I would still be cautious in regards to your love life. You know, it's telling you to keep an open mind. And like I was talking about, something could be like a one-night stand, or it's supposed to be like a hookup. But you have to be careful, you know, because that person might end up being very possessive. So I would be cautious. This is saying keep an open mind, but I say with caution. All right, so hopefully these messages help. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending you love and grace.